Y'all ain't getting nothing for free. What's up, everyone? It's your boy, The Business, coming back at you live for episode 32 of The Business. Let's be real. I did take some time off for the last couple of weeks. I was trying to get some things organized. Really needed to get back to life here after our Texas trip, and was just trying to take care of some things and get that situated, and then was going to try to focus on getting back to the show. So, that's what I was able to do. Super happy that I'm back on now, here to, chop it up and talk about some recent things that have been going on. Really want to kind of focus tonight's show on a couple things. I don't have any guests on. I just wanted to chat about some recent events. A lot of it has to do with sports. Did want to talk about the Olympics. Did want to talk about some of the MLB trades at the deadlines. Wanted to talk some NBA free agency and trades that happened. And wanted to talk some recent UFC, you know what I mean? And chop it up about some of the things that have happened lately that I haven't had a chance to get on and talk about. So I did want to do that. I do want to talk about some movie premieres, some upcoming shows that I have coming on, some guests that are going to be coming up in the near future. And, and then I'll give it a local shout out to a local business. But with that being said, The Business. Let's be real. Episode 32 begins now. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to The Business. Let's be real. Truly appreciate you coming out tonight and checking us out. I'm just going to be, like I said, talking about some topics that have happened lately that I haven't had a chance to get on and really discuss. Wanted to give my portrayal of some of the things that have been going on and just kind of put it out there. And if you guys got some comments, you guys want to talk, get on. Feel free to chat with me, and I'll pop it up and I'll try to answer the questions. So some of the first things that I did want to chat about was the Olympics. The 2020-2021 Tokyo Olympics just kind of went away, and there was a really good turnout for everybody. Some good things happened, some controversial things happened, and I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Not too much in depth, but kind of chat about the Tokyo Olympics and see what you guys thought. I did have a chance to watch the early game for the men's basketball team between the USA and France. Watched the US lose, and it was kind of pretty obvious that it was going to happen. Some of the guys had just gotten there from the NBA Finals. I know Drew Holiday had gotten in, flown in. Devin Booker, Chris Middleton had just gotten there. So they weren't, prepared kind of to, mesh already with these guys that had already been playing for a couple of weeks together leading up to it. So it was difficult. I did catch the end, I watched the full game, and I watched as in the second half, the US team was up, and I watched them start to just shoot the ball freely. We're missing a lot of shots, and nobody was down getting any boards, trying to get the rebounds, trying to keep it going for them. And France was able to score little quick buckets and get up. And when they were able to get up, they took the lead and held on to win early in the Olympics in the pool play, which then triggered a lot of backlash towards Popovich, towards the coach, towards the team, towards Kevin Durant. They, didn't think that he was as good as everybody knows he is. And I think it really, like I said, it triggered them, kind of made them mad. And then they went out there and they executed. And, luckily they were able to match up again with France in the gold medal match. and were able to win. And that was a good game. Like, they played well, they played solid. Kevin was great. His supporting cast was making rebounds. Draymond Green, Drew Holiday was playing some good defense. Damian Lillard hit some clutch shots. And it was good. I mean, it was nice to see them pull it back together and go after the gold again for USA. And it was nice that they were able to pull it out. So congratulations to them, and congratulations to the United States for another gold medal in men's basketball. There was also some controversy that went on with Simone Biles and the fact that she had to somewhat pull out of the team competition and for mental issues. And I believe that, these athletes are put under a lot of pressure by not only their fans, their team, their families, and it gets tough sometimes. So, I mean, can it be sometimes too much to bear? I believe it can be. Luckily, there were some other people that were able to then step up. Suni Lee ended up winning the all-around gold medal for the women for Team USA, which was huge. And some of the backups were then able to step in, and they were able to win some individual medals. And and then Simone came back for the final program for the beam competition, the individual beam, and she was able to pull out the bronze, which was huge. So congratulations to them. Congratulations to Suni Lee for being the all-around champion. I also wanted to talk about the women's Olympic basketball team, who won again the gold medal and just looked phenomenal. Tough, been winning them so many times, and continue to show how well they are as well in basketball. And and they're very dominant and great players. I love Taurasi, love all the players that they have on that team as well, because they're just fun to watch, and they continue to win. Also wanted to talk about the women's soccer team. They're always on the front stage because they're so good. They've won, so many World Cups. And, in the Olympics, they just fell short. They ran up against a Canadian team who they always have a tough match with. And Canada was able to pull it out this time. And it was a good match. I mean, spoke volumes for how good the rest of the world is as well. And, we didn't come up with it this time, but hey, I know that those girls will be ready when the World Cup comes back up. So that was my recap on some of the Olympics. I know I haven't had a chance to, like I said, I watched some track and field. Saw some of the people on track and field really come up and come out to the forefront. It was great to see. It was overall a great Olympic Games. I've been lucky enough to catch some of the things that I've been able to catch, and super proud, of course, as always, to watch those games and just really see it, because it's a great time. It's something really cool to watch, and so really appreciated watching it and enjoyed it. Let me see. I want to talk about some of the NBA trades that have happened as of late. Some of the trades and the free agency swaps that have happened. Kyle Lowry signed a big contract to go to Miami, so he'll be making a move from Toronto, which it's huge because he's been the man in Toronto for so many years, and it's sad to see him leave Toronto, knowing that he's the man, but he's trying to go to Miami and hopefully team up with Jimmy Buckets and see what they can do down there. Also, I know DeMar DeRozan along with Lonzo Ball are both making their way to Chicago. Chicago's going to have a tough team. Got some good shooters now, good ball handlers. to go along with the Zach Levines and those guys of the world to help, hopefully make Chicago a real contender in this upcoming season. It's going to be fun to watch for sure. The biggest trade was the trade that sent Russell Westbrook from Washington to the Los Angeles Lakers. And that was a trade that had, a bunch of names from Los Angeles making their way now to Washington, including, Kyle Kuzma and Montrezl Harrell and, KCP's on his way. And it's sad to see, but, they got Russell in return. So, these guys are coming to the moonlight of their careers and are trying to really buckle down and win championships. So, we'd like to see what they can do. And there's going to be some tough matchups still all around the league because not everybody's just going to sit back and let this happen. So it'll be fun to watch. And hopefully we can all, pretty much enjoy it. Cause I think, they picked up not only Russell, they were able to get the big man Dwight Howard back and were able to also sign Carmelo Anthony, who Carmelo and LeBron have been wanting to play together for years and are now going to finally get a chance to do so. So, we'll see what happens. And I think it'll be fun. It'll be a great NBA season coming up. One just ended, but before we know it, they'll be playing again. Yeah, I did want to then get into some of the MLB trades right at the deadline. I know I did put down, about Joey Gallo and Anthony Rizzo both making their way to New York to really beef up that lineup. That lineup is stacked, especially like in the first five guys, like really big hitters. I mean, that whole lineup though is huge. I mean, it's going to be, good to watch the Yankees still, try to make a run going in. They might find themselves short because Boston and Tampa are battling it out at the top. So we'll see what they're able to do when they match up against those guys and can try to, hopefully squeeze their way in. But if not, hey, I'm good with definitely seeing Tampa in because I love Tampa. And if Boston makes it, that's okay too. Javi Baez made his way to the Mets, which is huge. Him and Francisco Lindor played together on Team Puerto Rico when they played the World Games, kind of, and those guys are fun to watch. They're super, super cool. And great addition to the Mets, who have some good pitching and some good fielding and some good hitters. And Javi Baez is going to add to that. So I did see Max Scherzer get traded to the Dodgers, which is going to beef up their pitching rotation. Their pitching rotation's always tough, but adding a Max Scherzer is going to be a great addition for them. Chris Bryant made his way from Chicago as well. Chicago really took a beating in this trade deadline, and I don't know if they were doing it to kind of restructure, but they got rid of a lot of their big dogs. I mean, it was crazy to see Rizzo, Baez, Chris Bryant, all out of Chicago quick, and they lost some pitching, I want to say too. Like it was pretty fast. But yeah, and that's what happens. And Chris Bryant made his way to San Francisco to play for the Giants now. So so that's my recap on the MLB. The MLB was, it's actually fun to watch. I know people somewhat get bored watching baseball. But when it gets to this playoff time, it's going to be fun. The playoff hunt's going to get fun. And then the playoffs are going to be fun because a lot of these teams got some big hitters. A lot of these teams got some good pitchers, and it's going to be quite the battle going into the playoffs. So I can't wait. Super excited to see that, and hopefully it'll be something to watch. I did want to talk about some of the things that have been going on in the UFC lately. If you give me a second, because I just want to look at some some fights that have happened lately. Even back to 264, where Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor fought, and everybody, I'm sure, if you didn't watch the fight, you know by now what the outcome of that fight was. Conor did lose that fight by, I guess they called it doctor's decision to call the match. Still a KO, TKO situation. He says that, he snapped it on the step back. On the video, it shows like it snapped on the step back. He was throwing some hard kicks early in the fight. Dustin said that he had checked some, that he thinks that he had weakened Conor's leg. I thought the same thing earlier in the fight, like when he was throwing some hard leg kicks. It looked like Dustin had checked a couple of them. He didn't check many of them, but he did check a couple of them. And one of the ones that he checked, it looked like it hurt Conor, and that may have started the break. But I mean, I can't speculate as to when the break happened. But I thought that I saw that as well. And then Dustin said that he thought he had hurt him, but Conor said that wasn't the case. So I think that they'll probably fight again soon. Dustin, I think, now has the next match to face the champ. And I think, I don't know how much that's going to really affect. I like Dustin. I think Dustin's a good fighter. His last 2 fights happen to be against a Conor who's not as focused as he was before. He looked good early in this fight, but ended up getting hurt before the end of the first round was even up. So really wasn't that much of a chance to see him. On that same card, Gilbert Burns and Stephen Thompson fought. That was, a good fight. I think, Gilbert was just too strong for Stephen. Wonder Boy was just, I don't know, not prepared enough for how strong he was going to be. And, Gilbert Burns pulled it out. Earlier in that night, though, right before the Gilbert Burns Stephen Thompson fight, was Tai Tuivasa against Greg Hardy, who I was really hoping to see, because those are 2 big guys who throw bombs at each other. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't wait to see it. And it did not, disappoint. It was a great fight. 2 big men going at it. They did bang it out. And Tai Tuivasa caught Greg Hardy upside the head and dropped him. And it was a quick fight, but it was fun. It was fun. It lasted 1 minute and 7 seconds. And I don't think, like I said, I don't think anybody was disappointed with the outcome of it, for sure. After that, there was another card that came out. She wasn't the main event on the card. She was the co-main event. But Miesha Tate was making her return and was able to come back in a nice win. Got the TKO in round 3. And it was nice seeing her back out there. Miesha's a great fighter. Miesha's kryptonite was always Ronda Rousey. And I mean, other than that, she banged it out with everyone. Never really had lost to anyone majorly other than, like I said, Ronda. Ronda was, like I said, her kryptonite. And so right now that Ronda's gone, maybe, we see another return and maybe another run from Miesha Tate. The following card after that was on the 24th was with the main event was TJ Dillashaw versus Corey Sandhagen. And that was a good fight that I was wanting to see because of the fact that TJ was just coming back from his suspension, and Corey Sandhagen was a young up-and-coming fighter, really long and big for the division. Couldn't wait to see how TJ was going to handle that. When I watched the fight, I watched the fight with my cousin, and it was funny because he's a fighter and he's more of a stand-up style fighter, and that's Easton Johnson. I want to give you a shout out, buddy. What's up? And he was watching the fights with me, and we were just kind of observing what it was, that the 2 of them were doing. And Corey was doing a lot of stand-up, was keeping TJ away. TJ was able to get in, take him down a couple of times. Later in the fight, was taking him down, but wasn't holding him down. But I guess those were scoring as far as to the judges went, because I felt like the significant strikes all came from Sandhagen. I don't think TJ ever really had him hurt or stunned. The decision at the end went for TJ. I didn't think that was fair, but hey, I'm not the judge. I'm not being paid, to score the cards. And so, but to what I watched, I thought Corey Sandhagen had done enough to win. But like I said, TJ Dillashaw ended up pulling it out by the judge's decision. So, yeah, it was kind of tough, and I wasn't too sure about it. But yeah, the following week was Uriah Hall and Sean Strickland. I didn't get to see too much of that fight. It ended up going to the decision. I always like Uriah Hall. Uriah Hall didn't win that fight. Strickland won. But I heard that, to what I saw, it wasn't off of what other people saw, and it just looked like, Uriah Hall just really wasn't with it. So, and then last night was a pretty good card. I was happy to get a chance to watch it and really focused in, especially on the preliminary card. Watched all of that card, and then watched all of the main card, and it was a good card. The last three fights really, didn't disappoint. The welterweight fight between Vicente Luque and Michael Chiesa was a good fight. It ended in the first round, 3-2-5 in it. But if you watched it, it was very entertaining. And I still felt like that was the fight of the night because of the fact that, yeah, it went quick, but they were banging, went at each other. Michael Chiesa had the back of Vicente Luque at one point, and a lot of people know, Chiesa is very, very skilled in jiu-jitsu and is able to choke people out. And Vicente Luque found a way to defend it, found a way to switch it, had a front headlock on Chiesa and did this beautiful switch into the Darce, pulled Chiesa down, had Chiesa, on his side, was able to, lift his legs up towards the head, did Luque, and really put some pressure on it. And, and Chiesa had no choice but to tap. And it all went fast, but it was a really good match, and I enjoyed watching that. And then the co-main event was Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo went against Pedro Munoz, and that was a good fight. Them two were banging it out. I think Jose still super quick, was able to just get to Pedro faster than Pedro could get to him. I think that, he looks good. Jose looks good down at bantamweight. Fighting at 135 is maybe a better thing for him. He looks lean. He's cut. He doesn't look too malnourished. He's saying that he's training well and he's working out well, and and it's all coming together for him. So it's nice to see. Super, super proud to see Jose Aldo back out there doing his thing. And then the main event of the night was Derek Lewis against Ciryl Gane. And Ciryl Gane is, he's an undefeated, young, up and coming, big monster out of France, and Derek Lewis, is the Black Beast, and he's out of Houston, Texas. And they were fighting in Houston last night, and it was he had the home crowd behind him. Was really excited because they were fighting for the interim heavyweight title. And yeah, that was a good fight too. Those guys were out there. The first couple of rounds were just kind of trying to measure each other out and just see what each other had. But yeah, Ciryl Gane is not a joke. He hits hard. If you don't think so, just ask Derek Lewis. He was putting it on Derek late in that fight and was able to put some good combinations together. Had Derek stunned. Derek's just so tough that he just doesn't go down like that. He's tried to stay up as long as he could. Was getting beat, and the referee had to stop it. And it was good though. Good match. Fun to watch. Like I said, really good card last night. Probably the best full main event card that I've seen in a while. Truly enjoyed it. And yeah, that's that for the UFC card. You know, super happy to get to see that. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, and looking for the up and coming fights that they have coming in the future. I know Nate Diaz just signed a fight against Robbie Lawler again. That's going to be fun. I know a lot of people out there are big, you know, Diaz brother fans, and can't wait to see Nate get back in the ring, man. It's been a while. I think it's been like 5 or 6 years, man. Can't wait to see the guy get back in there and see what he's got. Yeah, and then I think I want to say there were some rumors out there about John Jones and Stipe Miocic signing the fight. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is true, that's going to be a great fight to see. You know, I think we haven't seen John in a while, so I want to see how big he's gotten. He looks like he's gotten jacked and put on some muscle, and it'll be fun to watch. I mean, I can't wait for the future up and coming fights. Yeah, so it'll be great, and see what they got, see what happens, you know. So, all right, so that's my UFC wrap up, like the recap of the past couple of weeks of UFC. I did want to talk about some recent movie premieres that have come out. I know a lot of us, especially from the Cleveland area, were waiting and anticipating the premiere of Space Jam, the new Space Jam with LeBron James. I thought it was okay. You know, I can't say it was terrible. You know, a lot of people are saying it's not as good as the first because LeBron's not a great actor, but you know, neither was Michael. You know, Michael wasn't a great actor either, you know. So it wasn't like Space Jam was so much of the first one was so much greater acting than the second one, because that's not true. I think it was just, you know, differently delivered. People always have that GOAT comparison of who's the GOAT. And, you know, there's a lot of LeBron haters out there, so they are going to, you know, always down whatever he does, especially doing a remake of a movie that Michael made, which may not have been the best choice for him. But, you know, it is what it is. It's already done. Movie's out. And, you know, it was okay. It was okay. I'll give it a C. Another movie premiere that just recently came out that I did want to comment on was Suicide Squad. The new Suicide Squad just came out, and it came out to theaters and on HBO Max, and I happen to have HBO Max, so I was able to catch it and watched it the first night it came out and was excited to see it, couldn't wait, and was really like disappointed. Like I like both DC and Marvel, so it's like I give each one of them their chances when they come out with new movies. Margot Robbie was great. You know, Idris Elba was great in the movie. Like they played good parts, but you know, the movie itself was a little cheesy. It was a lot over the top. Didn't really know, you know what I'm saying, what I thought about it all. And, you know, I didn't really think it was a good movie. My mom checked in. She's saying that was the worst DC movie ever. Yeah, it was not, you know, not what we were expecting for sure. Yeah. And just, you know, truly wasn't that impressed with what they did. You know, it was nice to see John Cena in the movie. He was funny. He was the Peacemaker, though. He was a different character than what people would think he is. But yeah, you know, you get a chance, check them out. Space Jam's out now, you know, and, you know, so is Suicide Squad. Check it out. Judge for yourself. Enjoy it. I did want to talk about some of the upcoming shows I do have going on. I'm going to have Frack coming on from the Frick Frack Paddywhack show. Erica Warren, she's super cool. She knows a lot about technology, and she can, you know, she's gonna sit around and shoot it with us about all the stuff that she's done leading up to the Frick Frack Paddywhack show, what those guys are doing, how that show came about, and you know, her personal life of what she's done before that. You know, she's a basketball player. She was a good basketball star growing up, and you know, and her family legacy is carried on. We'll chat about her nephew and and all those kind of things. That's going to be a fun show. I'm gonna have John Gajedos on there, and he's an actor, comedian, artist. He's done so many things, and I can't wait to have him on. He's super funny. He sends me cool, funny, little goofy videos all the time. And when I need a good laugh, John's always there to do it for me. So I appreciate him. Can't wait to get him on and really enjoy it. And then I'm also going to have on some of the guests that I've had on previously are going to make their appearances as well in these next couple shows. I do want to have a chat with somebody who's reached out to me lately about something that happened to him in the sports world, and he wants to shine a light on it. I'm going to kind of bring him on and let him talk about what it is that is going on in the tennis sports world. And that's Damian Ferris Montgomery. He was on a previous show where I had him on talking about his life and his career and some of the things he's doing now in the tennis world with coaching and playing again, and all the things he's doing, running events. And he's going to come on and talk, and kind of tell what's going on in the pro world up at his level, and exclusively about an event that he just was at that didn't fare well to him and his situation. And he's going to come on and talk about that, and I'm gonna go ahead and let him do that. I'm just going to ask him questions and kind of try to find out what exactly happened, and let him tell his story. So but yeah, those are some of the events that I got coming up, some of the upcoming shows that are going to be coming up. Super excited for those. We'll continue. I know I didn't finish my life story for episode 4. That'll be one of the future episodes coming up. Super excited to keep that one going. And I'm gonna have the kids on. We're gonna talk some wrestling. There's lots of wrestling news that's happened lately, lots of releases from WWE, lots of signings for AEW. We're gonna chat about that and have some fun with that as well. So hope you guys continue to check it out, continue to support me. Like I've always told you, the business, let's be real. Tony Gonzalez. Find me there. Let me know what's up. You guys want to get onto a show? Holla at me. Check me out. I'm always here for you. I appreciate the comments and the critiques. Things I can work on. Things I can always try to get better. And things that you want to see. Things that you want to hear about. Those local businesses. And that's what's always been big to me, is trying to promote local businesses and trying to help them put their names out there and kind of tell their stories of how they came about, how they came to be, and just what they've done and how they were able to do it, and then we just got to get out there and support them and help them do their business and help their business continue to thrive during these times. With that, I did want to give one shout out to a local business shout out. This week is going to be to the UPS store in downtown Sarasota at 242 South Washington Boulevard. They're a great store down there. They have everything you need from shipping and packaging. They can do printing. They got notary publics there. If you need to go there and get something notarized, they can take care of you. They also have mailboxes. They can do all that for you. If you want a personal mailbox, a business mailbox, let them know. They can take care of you in anything that you're looking for. Like I said, shipping, packaging, all the above. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead, give my final little quote to the night. Let you guys get out of here and enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. Good players inspire themselves. Great players inspire others. It's good to inspire yourself and always keep it moving. But the most important thing is when you inspire others to try to do the same. Take care of yourself, everyone. I appreciate you for coming out. And with that being said, the business. Let's be real. Episode 32. Over. Out.